This episode of the Kintsugi podcast is brought to you by Pause, Breathe, Reflect, which can help you bring mindfulness to your everyday moments. Hey there, it's Michael. Welcome to Friday, my fellow like-hearted humans. On Fridays, I like to share a moment with you to pause, breathe, reflect before you slide into the weekend. I started my practice over 20 years ago when I was feeling completely overwhelmed. I knew I had to slow things down. So I started my practice. And I called it Pause, Breathe, Reflect. And the reflect element was essential because it created space for me to practice gratitude and set my intentions on what kind of ripple I wanted to ripple into the world. When I left the hospital, I continued my studies, discovered MBSR, and became a qualified teacher. And now, I love sharing the value of mindfulness with humans all around the world through the Kintsugi podcast and our app. So we can change our relationship with stress, sleep better, and bring mindfulness to our everyday moments. So mindfulness can be a way of living as opposed to some transactional thing we do during our morning routine. So if you're ready, let's do a short practice together. The internet has a way of depicting mindfulness as something you should do on top of a mountain, like a Zen guru, or only at a bougie spa, or during some self-awareness discovery trek through the desert. And they're all good. Sign me up. Especially the bougie spa one. But here at Pause, Breathe, Reflect, we believe mindfulness can be practiced anywhere because life happens everywhere. This practice you can do wherever you might be. Whether you're on top of a mountain, at a bougie spa, or trekking through the desert, or in Midtown Manhattan. So when you're ready, let's drop in. With this practice, you can leave your eyes open, and you might be out and about. Of course, you could be seated or lying down. Again, you can do this practice anywhere. We'll begin by bringing awareness to the breath. Begin to notice how the breath feels as you breathe in and how it feels as you release the breath on your breath out. Allowing yourself to come into this moment. And right there, you're practicing mindfulness. So now, with your eyes open, bring awareness to what you can see by simply naming the things within your vision. Simply going at a pace that feels right to you. Witnessing what's here. And now bring awareness to what you can hear. What sounds do you hear that might be right next to you? What may be in the distance? You might notice how the sounds change moment to moment or breath to breath. The coming and fading away of each sound. And now bring awareness to what you can feel. You might notice different sensations in the body, or if you're out walking, you can notice what it feels like to walk as your feet hit the ground. You might feel the temperature in the air or the wind blowing across your skin. Take this moment to notice what you feel. All right, nice job. This practice can help us get out of our heads and into our senses. And you can do it everywhere because life happens everywhere. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And don't forget to ripple something worth rippling. I hope you enjoyed this moment to slow things down. And if you found it valuable, I hope you'll share it with a friend. You can find other practices like this one on our Pause, Breathe, Reflect app. And you can find the app wherever you happen to find apps. And you always have an open invitation to join one of our live practices throughout the week with other like-hearted humans. It's a space where everyone belongs, regardless of who you voted for, where you live, how much money you make, who you love, and if you pray. So I hope you'll join us. The only thing we ask is that you bring a loving heart to our space. On Tuesday, I'll share another inspiring story of connection with you on the Kintsugi podcast. Until then, have a meaningful weekend and ripple something worth rippling into the world.